Welcome everyone to the 512 Texans Podcast. I am your host, it's Dat Boy J 512. Hope you're having a great day. It hasn't been the best today for all the NFL players, but today was cut day. All the teams had to get down to 53 man on their roster. So a lot of guys had heartbreaking news. To some of them, it's the end of their NFL careers. To some of them, it's a new journey to new teams. So we're here to talk about our Houston Texans and exactly what they did to get down to 53. If you watched my episode yesterday or listened to it on Spotify or Apple Music, then you know I gave a guess of what I thought the 53 was going to be, and your boy was wrong. Let's start off by the thing that really shocked me. Marlon Mack, the running back that many thought was going to be running back one, who was going to be our starter. I had penciled him in to see he was going to tear up his old team, Indianapolis Colts, in week one. And guess what? My guy got waived or released today. That was a shock, but it's just, I think it just goes to show what Damian Pierce did in this preseason. He solidified his spot, even though yesterday Coach Lovie Smith wouldn't say that he is running back one. I think this is a clear indication that he most definitely is running back one, which isn't a shock to anybody. He played well. He outplayed Marlon Mack, just to be blunt. But I really thought Marlon Mack was going to make this team and they would have a nice 1-2 combination. But they've decided to go with, Rex Burkhead and Dare Ubunwale. I really need to bring him on a little sheet that has how to pronounce these names because I'm tired of murdering them and embarrassing myself. Along with Royce Freeman is still on the team. I really don't understand how Royce Freeman is still on the team. No disrespect, but I haven't seen much out of him. I know they put him in a fullback position, but it just didn't work out too well. It has with him at running back. Another big surprise. It's not really a surprise, but it kind of goes to show how good I think Nick Caserio is at his job as general manager. I think all of us that are Texans fans and kind of been studying and watching the games as closely as I have come to see that Ross Blacklock was not going to make this team. He had got into incredible shape this year, and I really wanted him to do well as being a former second-round pick. But watching him play, watching him still rack up penalties, just making kind of, I don't want to say bonehead mistakes, but stuff that you think that an NFL player should not do. And then he kind of got banged up. It was just kind of the writing on the wall that Ross was out. But they were able to secure a trade with the Minnesota Vikings and actually get a 6th-round pick out of it. So I think it's good. Again, I think our old regime would have just cut him and we would have just took a loss. And instead, Nick Caserio was able, again, to secure us a draft pick out of it. So we will take that. That's a win in my book. So the other releases that kind of just went ahead and happened, I'll kind of go down the list, but Grayland Arnold, I thought he was going to make the team. He had a really good preseason. He really worked really hard, but he just didn't. The numbers didn't add up for him. Jalen Camp, Drew Estrada, Johnny Johnson III, wide receivers, all didn't make the team. I think a couple of them at least. I think Jalen Camp and probably Johnny Johnson III will be asked back for the practice squad. We'll see if they don't get picked up by any other teams. But they had a great preseason, the first preseason game. They had a great showing in that game. And then they just kind of ghosted us, man. They disappeared in game 2 and 3. They didn't really do much of anything at all. So, I mean, as much as I wanted them to do well, they just kind of, like I said, went ghost. So Jacoby Francis, another DB, didn't make the team. He, I think, is really going to be eligible for the practice squad. I think they'll really want to bring him back, along with Seth Green. I thought Seth Green had a good chance to make it a tight end, but they didn't do that. They actually put Tegan Q, my dog Tegan Q, on short-term IR, so he'll be back. But right now, they also cut Anthony Eclair, so they're only carrying 2 tight ends. That's Brevin Jordan and Pharaoh Brown, who's been banged up. So hopefully Pharaoh Brown is going to be healthy and ready for game 1. If not, they're going to go into game 1 really short because I think they only kept 4 wide receivers too. Coming to that, they let go also of Connor Weddington, which was Davis Mills' college roommate. So I thought he had a good chance of maybe making it. maybe even practice squad. They might bring him back. And they also let go of Chris Conley. So I think they're making room for the waiver wire, and we'll kind of probably get into that a little bit later, of picking up players tomorrow when the waiver wire goes into effect. They let go of Tristan McCullum, DB, Jimmy Morrissey, a center that I thought might make it as a backup, Adeo Odelay. That's not his name, but I can't get it right. I apologize, but the D lineman did not make it. Paul Quesenberry, the fullback, didn't make it. So, dang it, I should know his name. But the rookie fullback, he beat out Paul Quesenberry, and he beat out Andy Janovich. Was that his name? I'm sorry. That they brought him in and paid him, a pretty good amount of money just to. So the rookie came in and really outworked the veterans, and he won the position, and that's great to see. I think his name's Troy, something with an H. God, I should be better at this job, right? Hey, I'm new to podcasting. Please don't kill me. But what's good to see is this team is not scared to go young. We are in a complete rebuild. As much as I want to lie to myself and say that we're going to be in competition in every game, we're probably not. But hopefully we are going to be competitive. Again, that was my word of the year, is to just be competitive. I don't want to watch the games like I did last year where I was turning the games off at halftime because the game was just over. I want to be in some of these games and to do work. So we are in a complete rebuild, but we're not scared to go young. We're not just going to keep veterans just for the sake of keeping veterans. If they're getting outplayed by rookies, then hey, let's go that route. And Nick Caserio is not scared to do that. So Max Sharping, our former second-round pick, it's finally come to an end for him in Houston. And I think, like I said yesterday, he just seemed to not have the heart anymore. His first season, he was a beast. It looked like it was a great pick, and maybe Bill O'Brien had got something right. But after that, man, he just kind of digressed, and it was hard to see, hard to watch. But he has moved on, and we wish him the best of luck. Jordan Steckler and Tavar Wallace from the O-lines have also been let go. The following players have also been released as Terrence Brooks, the DB. Just a side note, that leaves number 8 jersey open now. I don't know if John Mechie III or Christian Harris will probably want it because they both wore 8 at Alabama. So it'll be interesting to see if any of them grab that number. We let go of Jeff Driscoll. Jesus, words are hard for me. The quarterback, number 3, I thought he might make the team just because he can do a little bit of everything, too. I think he played some special teams last year. But, hey, he might actually be brought back for the practice squad as well. There's also some QBs that were let go today that could also be brought into Houston. So we'll have to wait and see. But Damian Harris from the defensive line was let go. Kevin Pierre-Louis, I think, was the biggest shock besides Marlon Mack. He had been starting at linebacker. And I think at this point, again, they just wanted to go younger with Garrett Wallow and Christian Harris. They've both been a little banged up. They haven't played in the preseason. So hopefully, again, they'll be healthy for week 1. But with Kevin Pierre-Louis gone, one of these guys is definitely going to be penciled in as a starter. So whoever's probably healthy is going to probably do it. But they both got speed, and they're both going to be great in Lovie Smith's system. So I can't wait to see what Garrett Wallow and Christian Harris can do once they get on the field in the 2022 season. Mason Skurick and Isaac Edom have both been let go too, along with Kendall Sheffield was let go, waived injured, and Derek Rivers was placed on IR. So Derek Rivers had a great preseason, and he was kind of tearing it up, man. So I was hoping, they could find a way to make him make the team. And unfortunately, he got hurt, but that allowed Texans to kind of keep him and store him. And when he's healthy, he can be brought in to the rotation. So in a month or two, we might see him replace another guy. And you can't really be mad at it. The dude worked his butt off in training camp and in the preseason, and just a little freak accident kind of took him out. So that was kind of where we are for the 53-man roster. But again, there's going to be a waiver wire pickups. The Texans have the number 3 spot. And the way that works is the Texans can put in claims to certain players. And if they don't get picked by the Jaguars or I believe the Lions, who have the 1 and 2 spot, then the Texans will get them at spot 3. And it's not like it's going to go like one player they pick, 1, 2, 3, and keep going through the other teams. It's whatever players they pick. If the Jags or say the Lions don't pick them, the Texans will get them at spot 3. So the players that I'm thinking that they're going to look at is O.J. Howard. The tight end was released from the Bills, and I think he could fit in there. He's not a player that's lived up to his potential coming out of college, but I think he is a good pass blocking tight end, and he can do enough in the passing game to help this team out. So O.J. Howard will be a good pickup, especially right now when we're only carrying 2 tight ends. Also, Sony Michelle was released. Sony Michelle, of course, still has that kind of New England pedigree, so probably the relationship with Nick Caserio. But I don't know how he compares and fits in with Rex Burkhead, but I do think he's probably an upgrade, and definitely an upgrade from Royce Freeman. Royce Freeman just does not look like he has it anymore. And also, Alex Leatherwood, I believe is his name, from he was the Oakland Raiders first-round pick a year or two ago, who's been let go. I think they might have played him out of position. I think he might be better at the guard position, but we'll have to wait and see. Oh, also Tampa Bay let go of their wide receiver, and I'm blanking on his name right now. Let me look that up. Tyrell Williams, I believe. Tyrell Williams. Nope, that's not the right receiver. Anyways, sorry, the receiver from Tampa Bay, be on the lookout, because if the Texans can grab him, he had a pretty good 2-year career so far in the NFL. And you see I did a lot of research, right? I'm a great researcher. But if they can snag him, I think he can fit in the slot. I was watching his plays and highlights today. The guy has a lot of good moves, and I would love to see what he can do. So if the Texans can get any of those 3 or 4 players, I think it will be upgrades to the positions that we have needs for. So let's wait and see, and I'll be back tomorrow to kind of let you guys know what exactly went down in the waiver wire and what moves the Houston Texans have made, because this is the 53-man roster for now. But it can easily change and will change. I guarantee you in 24 hours from now, there will be at least some transactions that have transpired and things have changed in the city of Houston. But these are the news and notes for today. I am your host, it's Dat Boy J 512, reminding you guys to DIY. Let's do it yourself, because ain't nobody going to do it for you, baby. And remember, around here, it's Go Texans. Yeah.